So bear with me for a second. I wanted to just take a moment and just say a couple of things. I didn't really prepare to say this, but it's just something that I would like to say, and so hopefully you kind of follow me on this one. So in my videos, a lot of things that I say, I try to be super positive, and I always say something that reads, be kind, because everyone you meet is fighting a tough battle. Now that translates back for thousands of years. Plato would say things like this, so there's nothing really new underneath the sun. Why do I say that? I'll put it out there. I'm not shy of it. Anybody that grew up with me here knows this. But there was a long portion of my life that I spent in prison for a stupid mistake that I made when I was like 19 years old. Cost me a lot of years, and years that I can't get back. But one thing I managed to do was always to stay positive. I could have easily started being a negative person and not coming out and doing better for myself, graduating from college, having a beautiful wife, and 5 beautiful kids. I could have gotten negative and just been negative moving forward, but positivity helped me regain my strength. So when I do these videos, I do them for a couple of reasons. Number one, I enjoy the weather. I have a passion for it. I did grow up here. My entire family is from Mobile County, Mobile, Alabama, Bay Minette, Alabama, and we would come to Dauphin Island as very young children and go deep sea fishing. And then as I got older, I got into surfing, and some of my longtime surfing buddies are still right here or in Mississippi now. So the weather I've always done because I really enjoyed surfing, and here in Alabama, the waves don't get high that much unless, there's a good tropical storm. So we would always follow those storms. Inherently all night long when we were young, and there was no internet, there was no cell phones. There was the old Weather Channel with, I think the guy was John Hope or something like that, older gentleman. I think he passed away, and a very young Jim Cantori. So we would get so excited about it, stay up all night, track it, and then at daylight, we would go try to find the best surf. And so that's kind of how we got into it. And Mike Etter out there, much love to you. We followed weather forever. Number two, I have a psychology degree from University of South Alabama, and I've never really used it. I have, but for 22 years, I've been a tennis coach, and then prior to that, I was a player. So dealing with people is a passion for me as well. So comments really help my day and really make me feel better as a human being, because I try to relay positive things to those that make comments. Now, why am I bringing up comments? Every time I do these weather videos, I get 50% positive and 50% just really super negative. So when I first started doing them, I would answer those questions and I would find myself getting negative. So I would do my next video and I would have kind of a negative tone. And I realized that, I don't need to read this negative stuff, because the other half, I'm kind of losing my positive tone for. So I would always tell my wife, hey, when I do these weather videos, just don't tell me about the negative comments. Just tell me about the good ones. And you interact with the negative ones as well, because I don't want to get negative. To those people that leave negative comments, I must say that the algorithms on YouTube still count that as a view, number one. So thank you for watching, even if you leave a negative comment. And number two, thumbs down and negative comments keep the algorithm going. So you're helping in a sense, because the thumb down still shows engagement, and then your comment keeps the video up top, because comments keep it going. So to those that put negative stuff and say things like, this guy can't be from here, no one that lives here their whole life gets excited about storms, just understand that everyone that you meet is fighting a tough battle, and that your generally assumptions are wrong, right? So when you make these assumptions, it's you that really kind of sounds like the child, right? So to all of you that have the negative things, I just want to say be kind, because everyone's fighting a tough battle, and more than likely your assumptions are incorrect. So personally, 5 children, myself, a wife, a dog. My oldest son's at the Air Force Academy. My next son has his interview for the Air Force Academy September the 4th, so hopefully he gets in, and then we'll have 3 more children after that to get going. So understand that to those of you out there that like to say a lot of negative things, much love to you. I wish you well, and thanks for watching. And look at yourself a little bit and ask yourself, how can I be kind, and how can I help everybody, because everybody's fighting a tough battle. And lastly, I think I'm getting everything out. I'm sorry I'm long-winded. If you watched it this far, then you like the channel anyway, so I'm sorry. I'm just giving you some heart this early morning. But if you look at the grand scheme of things, garbage in, garbage out. If you be kind, karma has a good way of coming back to you. Stay positive no matter what. You can get down on yourself. Sure, I just ruptured my patellar tendon a year and a half ago, was completely unable to really walk right for a year. We lost our house during Hurricane Sally, so a lot of people say, he's never seen a storm like this or he wouldn't be that excited. Watch some of my older videos. We lost our entire house. Myself and 5 children slept in a very small room with no windows for about 8 months, and we are blessed to have done that. That was from our church, very positive place. Thank you, Lee and Pastor Chris, for sure for that. But if it wasn't for some good in the world, then myself, my wife, 5 kids, and a dog would have been in a life-changing situation. So understand that positivity and faith got us through. So I guess I'll end this dissertation before we go drive around and just say that, thanks so much to all of you for commenting. Thank you to the kind people out there, and thank you so much to the ones that are more negative. But you can't please everybody in life, but what you can do from a personal perspective is to share your kindness with others. I can't tell you how many times in prison I had people in my face and, you're just a, blah, 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 blah. But I was just able to tune it out and walk away and find ways to get in programs, talking to children in the communities. That was one of the best parts of my life, and I was put away for that. Talking to children in the community with the program called Life Talks, learned insight from experience with one of my counselors when I was at Eglin Air Force Base. Her name was Patty Mixon, and that was a life-changing event to be able to take a negative. I was a senior in college when I got in trouble. When I went away, no one talked to me. I had old friends that pretended like I never existed. They thought maybe I was selling them out or something. Never happened. The newspapers and blah, 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 blah. Garbage never happened. Long story short is positivity got me through that time, got me out, got me back into college, got my coaching certificate from a coaching organization, finished my degree, started coaching, and now 22 years later, long time later, we're here and very positive. So guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm going to get in the car or go walk and get my truck and my wife's car and go take a ride around the island. Sorry for this long narrative, but it meant a lot to me. Stay kind, be kind, because everybody's fighting a tough battle. And yes, I'm from here. Yes, I grew up here. Yes, I'm high-wired. No, I don't have to drink coffee to do it. No, I don't take anything at all. By the way, I'm totally natural. I take no medications, maybe some Tylenol, but otherwise nothing. I'm wired this way. My dad's the same way. So anyway, I hope I answered all the negative questions. So now I'll go back to making time for the positive. Much love to all. Please subscribe. That's just my deepest thoughts here early in the morning, and I think I got a little long-winded, but much less, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, sorry if this was jumbled. It wasn't written. It was just off the top of my head, but if there's anything that you guys want to ask or talk about, great. If you want to be negative, that's fine. I'll click a thumbs up and say thanks for watching, but I won't pay attention to it or engage with you in that. My wife may, but I won't probably ever see it. She keeps it away from me. Anyway, flip it around. Much love. Did I miss anything, my lovely wife? No. I think I got it out there. Anyway, back to work. Our power came on just a little while ago, and we are catching news that it's pure devastation in New Orleans. Millions without power, which is catastrophic in of itself, because people in hospitals, if the generators go out, or people that need power to, older elderly people, they can't get super hot. I mean, you name it. But there's also indication that some of the levees are topping in New Orleans, so we'll keep our eyes on that. Anyway, I'll ramble on forever. Much love to all of you. We'll take a quick ride and we'll phase out this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Much love. We start our U.S. Open tennis podcast today on this channel. So for about 14 straight days, you'll see everyday live videos. And also, weather people, don't unsubscribe because we're doing a tennis video. It's live. We talk about life events. We talk about weather if it comes up. We talk about us. We talk about you. Tennis is just the foundation to bring the podcast on, but we usually delve off into a lot of different discussions. So just because you don't play, if you want to talk about life questions, scenarios, good, bad, positivity, we get into all that there. So we'd love to see you there. Hopefully you don't unsubscribe once you see 14 days of tennis videos, because next storm I'll be back. All right, much love to all of you. Thanks so much. Be kind, because everybody's fighting a tough battle, and I hope you join us later today for our first day 1 U.S. Open live breakdown and talk show. Ah, the joys of taking a shower. All right, everyone, good evening. It is 6:17 or 18:17 on the 24-hour clock, Central Standard Time here on Dauphin Island, Alabama. It's been a good day. Thanks so much, all of you, for watching and keeping the comments going and keeping me in the chat and keeping me going. So what I'm going to do now is kind of fade out into the darkness time, the upcoming time frame between... as I said earlier, 8 o'clock tonight is going to start getting a lot more bumpy here. If you looked at the last update, this storm is still a Category 3 with 125-mile-an-hour winds and pressure still as low as 940-some-odd millibars, moving now due north. So that little shift due north, that little wobble due north is a big deal because, remember, the tip of Louisiana, the boot of Louisiana, extends way out here and the Gulf of Mexico. Sorry, bad color. So, we get wrapped up in this hurricane made landfall right here, but don't forget there's coastlines that not quite have gotten the meat of this storm yet. And now with the due north push, that's going to make a little bit of a difference of who gets the strongest winds or not. So I'm going to go outside and get a mark on the current water levels on my back porch before it gets dark because the entire... I guess video sessions or all the episodes I've done, I think this is number 14 or 15, my main focus has been on storm surge. I think that will come tonight, so what I want to do is give you an idea of where the water is now with the tide coming in and that storm's full brunt about to be level with our area. Obviously, we're not in that eastern side of that cone, but nonetheless, put this into loop and I'll show you a little bit of what I'm talking about. So we put this into loop. Center of circulation, by the way, I had a local meteorologist tell me that I was going to make or pass New Orleans by 50 miles to the west. That didn't occur. It was definitely more of an eastern track. But look at the bulk of the heavy parts of this storm. It's just now starting to come into our area, and this southerly flow is going to bring us that storm surge. So let's go outside, get a mark on the water. No matter how late I have to stay up tonight, I will do so in order to go out there with the Q-beam. My camera, apologies in advance, doesn't do great with filming at night, so I'll try to wake my wife up no matter what time it is and tie like a rope on me or something in case there's a current in the water and get down in it. But I can assure you it's coming, so get ready and let's see what kind of evening we'll get with storm surge. All right, so we're going to walk out here to this pier that I've walked to multiple times today. It's definitely a little wet, to say the least, but we're going to walk out here and I'll show you the marks that we're going to use to guesstimate how high this storm surge is going to become. All right, so let's be in agreement that that bulkhead is about a foot out of the water. Earlier this morning when the tide was still going out and the storm wasn't even here yet, it was halfway through my yard, so check those episodes out if you missed that. But right now, as the tide just began rising, it's about 6 inches, half a foot, 8 inches out of the water, that bulkhead. And my yard is clear. I went ahead and turned on the upper light up there and one in the front because I don't think this surge is going to max out until about 2 or 3 in the morning. So I want to have some light when I come down here along with my trusty Q-beam. And come out here and get in it. So that's my prediction. Either way, if it doesn't happen, I'm gonna look like a schmuck, but I'm gonna download it anyway. Let's go. By the way, in comments, if you can remember, try to guess how many feet that the storm surge is going to be. 0 and I'm an idiot, or man, 11 feet, watch out, that type of deal. Put it in comments. Let's see if I'm right or if I'm wrong, and if the weather guys were more right with the computers, or if I was more right just from living here. Could be fun stuff. Come on. We'll use this pole or stump that we have the water hooked up to as a measuring post. So I'm 6'1" and it's right to my belt line. All right, so 6'1" right to my belt line. So we'll use that. That'll be our indicator. So if I can get a light out on here tonight, if there's current in the water, I don't want to get too close because it'll pull me in the water. So maybe I'll get a car that'll hold a rope, come out here and see if I can stand next to that. Can't wait. Ric Flair. Woo! So the sun sets here on Dauphin Island, as we have spent the past couple of days following Hurricane Ida. Started off as Invest 99L, and then Tropical Depression, and then Tropical Storm, and then here we go. So the sun is setting. You know, tomorrow's another day, and eventually the storm will pass and the storm will clear, and we'll look back upon this and hopefully learn about a lot of valid life lessons. So I'm tuning out the last bit of daylight with anticipation of a storm surge. There's a little bit of water already coming into the yard already. You can see that in the bottom of the screen there. So again, how deep is it going to get? No matter what, again, I'll put this out there, and I know that this entire storm, that not only myself but all of the meteorologists nationwide have predicted, you know, up to 10 to 15 feet of storm surge, and places, you know, 3 to 7 or 2 to 4 and so forth. So I'm anxious to see it, and I have a good feeling that that will occur. If it happens, then great. If not, then hey, we go back to the books and we live to fight another day. But I have a good feeling it'll happen again because, again, the tide is still just coming up and it's already coming back into the yard. So anyway, have a great evening. Much love, as I like to say. Be kind, because everyone is fighting a tough battle. Squalls will begin here soon. We just had a good one a moment ago. I'm fresh and out of the shower, so I said, you know what, I'm not going to get soaked until I have to go down on the storm surge. And if I don't get in the storm surge, into the storm surge, then we'll look to the next storm to correct our predictions a little bit. Both myself and everyone else, the meteorologists that have predicted this immense storm surge up to 8 feet at some points right here. So I haven't seen that yet. I've seen a couple of feet this morning prior to the storm being as close as it is now. So I expect it to be much deeper here within the next, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours as the wee hours of the morning come to be. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. For real, it's a great pleasure and fun to do this. I did see a video on the Weather Channel earlier where there was one guy standing out in the wind, and he was acting like it was blowing really hard, and then 2 guys came walking by, and it was live, and they were laughing and taking pictures of him. But anyway, so, you know, it's one of those deals, and anyway, it's all in good fun, but nonetheless, sometimes these storms are the furthest thing from fun, and I know those in New Orleans, Grand Isle, Port Arthur, all over the Mississippi area, New Orleans. I've seen some videos already, and they're quite devastating. So God bless to all of you in that area. Just get ready for a great evening, and then if not, hey, we'll be doing the US Open tomorrow, starting live for our tennis podcast, so tune into that. And if you don't tune into that and you get a notification, don't unsub. We talk about the weather there too, and a lot of other life events and what's going on in the world today, not just tennis. So see you guys hopefully with a lot more segments between now and the end of the video. So if this video, if you're looking at time, is about to end, you know we didn't get that surge, but nonetheless, much love to all of you. Don't forget to subscribe. Much love, seriously. Take care. Adios. So we just had a transformer blow, and it just went loud. It was a really loud transformer blow. There goes the power. There it goes. It blew. I kicked on my camera, and there goes the power. Here we go. It's going to be a long time from this point forward. The squall started picking up, and I came down here, and I grabbed my phone, and I had it put up for a while to kind of give my brain a rest, and then boof, the light flashed. I told my wife, oh, it's picking up. I told my wife, and I'm protected right here on the side of the house, the generators just kicked on over there at the FDA, and this is what I mean when I film at night. It's really tough. Oh shoot, it's really tough at night because you can't, my cell phone, it's just low quality, so sorry about that, but the power just went out here on Dauphin Island with a big loud boom, exploding transformer. So anyway, like I said, right about this time of night, 8, 9 o'clock, you know, here we go. I'm starting to get messages from Ryan Mason and Mike in Mississippi, and they're saying, hey, it's real right now, so here we go, guys. When the power goes out here, we get out the vintage lantern. So this is a vintage lantern. This has been with me through a lot of storms. This one I got at a garage sale. I think I paid like $5 for it. I got home and I looked it up on eBay, and it was actually quite a valuable vintage Coleman lantern. So anyway, it's kind of been by my side ever since, and have used this through quite a few storms. So this will be our Abe Lincoln. Let's get down, Abe Lincoln. Come on, give me some candle lights. Let's go. Time to go mess with the kids. They're going to love this. All right, a quick look at what we are dealing with and what just blew that power. Again, look at the center of circulation, still just really tight here over near New Orleans. Again, thoughts and prayers with everybody in the New Orleans area. Again, the difference between what's going on here and the difference between what's going on there is absolute night and day. Just an absolute terrible thing that is transpiring there. We wish everybody well there. So I'm almost humbled doing these videos because I think about the strife that's going on there. But this little squall line that you can see just below us here in Dauphin Island is just what took the power out. So we still have a long way to go. I mean, this night is just getting started. If you look below it, below us, and all this moisture, all this surge, all this southerly flow is coming onshore still, and it's going to be coming onshore all night long. So the power just went out here, and I think we'll probably be without power for quite a while. I did hear on the Weather Channel right before the power went out that all of Orleans Parish and Louisiana was without power, nearing 1 million people without power. That in itself is catastrophic. Just think about what happens sometimes when certain people that have illnesses, or they have to have power and they lose power. It can be catastrophic. Anyway, I'm next to the candlelight, and I'll be setting up shop here for a while. Hopefully everybody's well. Should be a long night, so hunker down and enjoy the weather, and keep your thoughts and prayers with those to the west of us here. So this is my Plan B backup power station. So this is our Bluetooth speaker / battery pack. So this is a good addition here. So I'll keep my phone charged with this, and keep my Abe Lincoln light going here. We opened up the doors. You can hear the generators in the background, so it's pitch dark outside. I can't see a thing. But we opened up the doors because it'll get really hot in here in a hurry. So that squall went by, and it's back to calm. But there's a lot longer to go. This night's just beginning. So this is what we do. We get the Legos out, and we get my little spotlight here, right? Little spotlight. And we get the Legos going. So I can turn the spotlight, I can turn it up a little bit. I can go to dark. Oh, it's dark. Oh no. And I can turn it back on. So this is the good old Lego kit. Let's go. Your Lego kit. Do you like the Lego kit, Justin? Gabby, do you like the Lego kit?
Yeah.
Lily, do you like the Lego kit? All right, Justin likes it the most, though, right?
I got some bells.
All right, show me.
We already broke them.
Oh, you broke them. All right, well, build me some new ones.
We already broke them. Yeah, it's on the anime. It's what you're talking about.
Definitely all about the kids, right? Definitely all about the kids.
Like the thing.
Yeah, so I don't know if you can see very well or not. It's not raining right now. But the storm surge is coming in. I just have this Q-beam light right here. It doesn't do me much justice, but the water has come all the way over the bulkhead now and starting to lap into the yard. So the storm surge is coming. Now, I still haven't seen what I think will be a 4 to 7 foot storm surge is projected here. Before the power went out, I saw that the highest it got in central Louisiana was like 5.8 feet, and that was at Grand Isle where they projected 15 feet. So the storm surge forecasts have definitely been off. But we'll see how high this one gets. All right, so I'm gonna walk down these stairs really carefully, and I'm gonna show you that water starting to rise. So it's not very late at all. It's only like 9:30, 9:45, and my kids, they crashed. My wife's super hot. She got kind of cranky, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna keep going solo. So going under the house, totally dark, all the power's out. You may not be able to hear me very well once I get out here because of the generators that kicked on from the FDA. We heard that power, it's gusting more than I thought it was. I've been inside, I haven't been out here in a while, so let's look at the water. So here's the yard. You can see where it's starting to come up over. right here. So the bulkhead, there's the pole. So that's the measuring pole I told you guys about. So right now, remember, that's about my belt line right there. So we're probably ankle snapping right now. These are ankle snappers. But nonetheless, it's coming in. The high tide isn't until 4 a.m. So I'm gonna do my best to stay going and get this last video out as I promised. Once again, man, thanks all of you for watching. It's really a pleasure to do this. So much love to all of you. Let me go check on the crew back up there. But right now it's just a nice night. Some hit or miss gusts, but the rain right now is relatively docile. Not much rain at all, but some nice wind out here. It feels much better out here than it does in my house. Wow. So this is basically first light after the power went out last night. So I'm just kind of getting up. I stayed up till about 3. Power was still out. The storm surge got to about where it was in my first videos when it was coming up to my porch last night. I couldn't get pictures of it. It was just really too dark, and the kids were hot, and so anyway, I was just kind of tending after the kids. They fell asleep, and then long story short, I'm up now at first light. So the storm surge didn't get 7 feet on the back side here on the bay side, but the front side of Dauphin Island got the brunt of the surge because of the southerly winds. The winds never got to come back out of the north. So for us to get the big surge on the bay side, the hurricane that needs to move on shore, and then the wind speed needs to change direction and come back out of the north to push the water up into the bay side. We kept the southerly flow, and it's still a southerly wind. So again, that kept that storm surge kind of pounding the front of the island with the front side getting it with no again wind to push that wind back around. So I wasn't right about the level of storm surge on the bay side, but I think we were all right about the storm surge on the front side. All right, so we're back in the old truck, about to go right around and check on the island. Again, it's not going to be terrible here. The storm surge was bad on the island side, so we'll go see if we can get that on film. It's probably blocked off, but we're going to give it a shot. Crank the old girl up. Yep, she cranks every time. Knock on wood. All right, so let's see what this storm damage has done. So I'm gonna park this old truck back at our house and then jump in with Carla and go on a ride. So again, guys, I love talking with people. I love doing the weather, and it means a lot when you guys interact with me. So sorry to vent for a long time, but I felt like doing it, you know what I mean? So ultimately appreciate it a lot. It's good to be bringing the truck back home for sure. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Seriously. All right, everyone. We weren't able to drive down to the west end of Dauphin Island. It's impassable. There's water, sand over the road. So I came down here to the east end just to see everybody off. We weathered the storm. Thoughts and prayers to everyone in Louisiana. They have a long way to go. I know the feeling. It happened to us last year in Sally and all of us here on the island. By the way, the Dauphin Island power is off past 2100 Bienville. So if you're on the island, the power is off past 2100 Bienville and should come on within the next day or maybe even 2 days. This is the leftover part of the pier from Hurricane Sally. When I did my last few Hurricane Sally videos, one of them went over like 100,000 views. Imagine some of the comments I got on that one. Anyway, but this pier was there, and I walked down it and came back the next morning and it was gone. But anyway, guys, it's another day. Stay strong, be positive. Never pass up an opportunity to help someone and to be kind. And thanks so much for watching. That's the Dauphin Island Bridge. That's Mobile area. It's Mobile Bay. Gulf Shores over there. And the south, the Gulf of Mexico there. So take care, everyone. Stay tuned for the next weather update. That will happen sooner or later, whether it's a thunderstorm or whether it's another tropical storm, then I'll be here to do it. Thanks so much for the new subscribers. Much love to all of you. And I'll see you guys soon. Take care. It's always kind of heartbreaking to end these because I do love the weather so much and chatting with all of you. But take care. Much love. Peace out. And we'll see you soon. Hopefully you tune in for our tennis broadcast sometime this evening.